Hey guys, Steven, the Salon Guy here, and in today's video we're going to be discussing to bang or not to bang. What does that mean? Well, it's if you want to have bangs or you don't want to have bangs. I want to break down whether it's the right thing for you because it's a tough decision, or whether you should not have bangs. So I'm going to break down a few haircuts and show you a few examples. Let's get started. In this first haircut, as you can see, this is kind of a longer fringe, and this is perfect for someone who has longer hair and who's indecisive about whether they want a full fringe right into here. And the great thing about this is that you can brush it over and then work it down to kind of cover some of the forehead a little bit, so you kind of have like a longer fringe and you have the illusion of wearing something that still covers the forehead a little bit. A lot of times women want to cover this up for some reason, so if it's not the right look for you to have all that hair on your forehead, then I think having a longer bang or longer fringe is perfect, because you can then work it into the shape and create somewhat of an illusion. Here's another example on a much shorter haircut, something that allows you to have the sweeping fringe again, so you can really work this in to bring out and cover the eye. A lot of it again is an illusion. If you open this all up, obviously we don't have anything covering the forehead, but I like having a longer sweeping fringe for a shorter hair like this, because you can really make it look very exotic. You can make it look very sophisticated, but at the same time still covering up any sort of features you may want to hide. In this example, I have what we call the hack bang, where you may have had too much taken off and it's not really the right thing for you. So you can save that by kind of softening it yourself, by taking away the heavy bits and kind of moving them away from the focus into here and just kind of softening it up. And here's another important thing is, what type of face shape works best with this. So, if you have, think of it like in just parameters and different shapes. If you have a round face or a round shape or certain features that you're trying to kind of close off, the more you build on top of that, you can do either one of two things. You can close it in, and cover it up, or, which kind of hides everything, or you can have a triangular shape which elongates everything, and then you can cover it up into here, which creates kind of an illusion of having a longer, slimmer face into here. So, what you don't want to do is have a very, very long haircut, long bangs. If someone's got a really elongated face, it's just going to look off sometimes. So just think of wearing the fringe to create somewhat of an illusion to balance things out. And again, if someone has a high forehead too, if you cut the bangs too short, they're gonna jump up way up into here. So if someone has a kind of normal to regular forehead into here, the spacing is fine if you just let it drop down and it covers somewhere around here. But as you can see, even on this mannequin, the eyebrows are so high that if we cut this up to here, it's gonna look horrible. So it's always better to have the bangs or the fringe a little bit longer so that you can work them in and then have the stylist layer them so it properly shapes the way it's laying. And lastly, we have the textured or wispy fringe, which I think looks really, really nice. This works well when you have a very kind of angular type of haircut, something that you can leave it a bit longer down through here or a bit shorter, and you can soften this up. So you can see in through here, it's very wispy, very textured, and that gives it a lot of flexibility for the haircut. Something very modern. I think it's something that gives the client a lot of fun when it comes to styling their hair, because you can still have it heavy and you can close in those features you may want to close in, but at the same time you can make it very wispy and piecey to kind of soften up the whole thing, and then it accentuates the haircut. A lot of times if you have a bob like this, something that's really, really short, and the bangs are too heavy, it creates too much of a box shape, which may not complement. So you have to really, take in consideration what you're creating when you're having the fringe done and what's gonna work best for you. If you want to accentuate your eyes, then sometimes having, bangs to covering them may not, it may hide them too much. And that's why I think if you go with kind of something that you can sweep over to bring out that one eye or something like that into here, you just wanna make sure that you're showing off the features and not hiding them too much. So, and lastly, if someone has really, really long hair, again, it's a matter of taste. It all comes down to face shape. It also comes down to maintenance. All right, and lastly, let's talk about the maintenance. So if you get your bangs cut or your fringe cut, how often do you need to come in? Well, it depends on you. If you have a longer sweeping type fringe, obviously you can let that grow out a bit longer and you can work with it. You may need to come in maybe every 4 to 6 weeks or so. If you do have something that it's much shorter and it's constantly going to be in your eyes like this, if it gets too long, then maybe every 3 to 4 weeks. All really depends on you. And you can also call the salon up and say, hey, look, I'm looking for a bang trim. A lot of salons offer bang trims, so that's a service. Call the salon or talk to your stylist, say, hey, can I come in 4 to 6 weeks from now? Can you touch these up? Sure, no problem. So I hope this helped you guys out. Let me know in the comments below if you have any questions. And if you liked this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you next time for more videos with the Salon Guy.